Elizabeth Farnsworth from her days as the chief correspondent on the PBS NewsHour with Jim Lehrer. Days of investigative reporting from around the world. And then there was her award-winning documentary, The Judge and the General, about a judge investigating the first criminal cases against the Chilean dictator, Augusto Pinochet. But tonight, we honor her for her second novel with the title Last Night. The story is set in Kansas, which happens to be where Elizabeth grew up. The year is 1943, and the Allies had sent thousands of injured German prisoners of war to army hospitals in the United States. A young newspaper reporter who speaks German is hired to translate for a prisoner with amnesia. There are two touchstones here for Elizabeth, the young reporter and Kansas. You're from Kansas. Is any of the book autobiographical?
In a way it is. The character is, I grew up in a family that had given huge amounts of freedom to children. And we had hideouts in the prairie, and we built fires, and we were like 6, 7, 8. And so the main character is all my cousins and I that did these things together, my best friends and my cousins. So it is autobiographical, but she is not me. She's not like me. She's totally invented.
And you spent a couple of decades covering some of the most important stories in the world. And I wonder if now that you've departed from that occupation, whether you miss it at all.
I could ask you the same question. I loved everything I did. You could imagine working for Jim Lehrer and Robert McNeil, what it was like. And they were wonderful bosses. I loved all of it. And I don't miss it either. We all know, those of us that are of a certain age know that you either accept it or you don't when you're going past something. And I'm really happy in my life now.
Are there more books in your future?
Yes, I'm writing one right now.
Excellent. Excellent. What is the topic?
I'm not sure yet, but I think this one's set in Alexandria, Minnesota.
Because you've spent a lot of time in Minnesota.
Yes, I have, yeah. And you too. I mean, you know, your daughter has, yeah.
Elizabeth used to go to summer camp, and just by coincidence, my daughter also went to that same summer camp. So
we have a lot
of that. Yeah. Elizabeth Farnsworth, Last Light, and a career's worth of fine reporting.